Feel the wind through your stubby legs. Enjoy the lush landscape. Defeat the shadow monster. Treat yourself like royalty. Visit Corginia. We get very excited when someone new comes through the door.
Welcome back to the Roundtable. I'm AwestruckVox, and over the weekend, we had an info dump on Infinity Train. Yes, in case you missed it, the highly praised Cartoon Network pilot has been greenlit for a full series coming in 2019. And while that means we're a ways off from having this sweet, sweet show in our hands, Cartoon Network is getting a jump start on the hype train by releasing a 12 facts you need to know about Infinity Train chock full of brand new information, ranging from story details, clues, to theory fuel for nerds like us, and Tulip's new design. We learn a lot from this video. So I think it would be cool to list the most informative highlights, but we're not going to just regurgitate information. That's not the Roundtable way. We're going to break down and explain what was discussed, and try to get a better understanding out of it. And as always, spoiler warning, if you want to go in this series completely blind when it premieres next year, click off now. Ready? Let's do this. The first episode takes place in November. The narrator states fall is a season of change, so it only makes sense to begin the series there. One of the main themes of the series is how we as people respond to change, which I think Tulip jumping from world to world via train cars would force her to adapt pretty quickly. But that makes me wonder, what about Tulip's life before setting foot on this train causes for an adventure centered around this theme? Tulip had to set foot on this mysterious everlasting train for a reason, and it seems as if she's without friends or family. Her mission is to get off the train and go home. But what is home? Well, that ties into an Easter egg at the end of this video, labeled as a secret message. Owen Dennis spits out a very ridiculous acronym that spells Minnesota. It wasn't so much secret message of how in your face it was, but it infers the state Minnesota has a great significance to the show. And I believe this could be two things: the place Tulip is traveling to or from. Minnesota is actually where the creator, Owen Dennis, was born. Creators tend to draw influence from their personal life, which is absolutely the case here. Tying this in with the theme of change, my first theory is that Tulip is resisting change and ran away from home. That she moved to a new location, with new faces, a new environment, and it's all very scary to her. So she pulls an inside out, buys the nearest ticket back to where she's from, and instead of a normal train ride, she ended up in this bizarre place. Full of, wouldn't you know it, new faces, new environment, and things that are very, very scary to her. What she considers home isn't where she currently lives, and oddly enough, she didn't mention her parents at all. Who knows, maybe this series will go in a dark direction, and something happened to Tulip's parents. Maybe she had to live with an aunt, uncle, grandparent, or even foster family, causing her to relocate. Tulip has shown to be a very intelligent character, so she may be under the impression she'll be fine on her own, not needing caretakers. This kind of leads into the next highlight. Number 2. Tulip's entire story arc and all the train cars has been planned out. Now this statement has me beyond excited. For a finite number of cars, worlds, and character arc written down on paper means they have a clear beginning, middle, and end in mind. We even got a heads up that these cars include cross-eyed ducks, gnome wizards, and pinball worlds. I'm just saying, Cartoon Network and the Infinity Train team. Infinite cars means we could get cameos and crossovers from other Cartoon Network shows. I think OKKO and Apple and Onion would be right up that alley. Now, with a set number in mind, how long is this show going to go on for? Will it be a mini-series? 2 seasons like Gravity Falls? 3 seasons? Now, we actually have a video coming out speculating on how long the series will be, but evidently, it's already set in stone. I can't see this show failing and getting canned, so we shall see. Also, the miniseries thing is kind of debunked, as we'll see later. For Tulip's arc, this just goes back to what I said. Change being a main theme has to correlate with her arc. If the whole running away from her new life theory holds weight, then it makes sense from the get-go. Tulip would resist anything related to change. She just desires consistency and stability. But by the end of the series, she'll be more open-minded and accepting of her new situation. Ready to face it. Fearless or full of fears, it's something she'll be comfortable with. Moving on to numbers 3 and 4, they're important to have together. Number 3, the first number on Tulip's hand is 115, and number 4, who has a number, is more important than what the numbers mean. Now in the pilot, we saw the number was at 53, and by the end of it, it was 49. I have a firm belief the pilot will be retold into the series proper. So how does her number get halved? At what point do the events of the pilot unfold? The narrator even challenges us to come up with theories. So let's pair this up with the fact that whoever has a number is more important. This is huge, because that means Tulip isn't alone on this train beyond who lies in what world. That we'll meet other passengers in this train who are marked with a forever changing number on their hand. Characters like Atticus and 1-1 lack numbers, so we can infer they're ineligible to get off the train. They're binded to it, they've been on this train all their life. With everything we know now, I believe the numbers on Tulip's hand correlates directly to her character growth. While we don't have enough information to make sense of it in a lore sense, Tulip's number didn't go down until after she helped the corgis. Tulip frequently states correlation doesn't equal causation, but this could be a red herring, a reflection of Tulip's state of mind, how she always applies scholastic logic to everything. Stuart didn't abandon its assault on Tulip and Corginia until it noticed 1-1, which may also have something to do with it. Perhaps 1-1 and Stuart share an origin, judging by their similar color schemes. Or maybe whoever's in possession of 1-1 has some sort of immunity in this weird game Tulip found herself in. The more Tulip grows, assists others, and becomes accepting of change, the more her number lowers. When she relapses into old habits, which is inevitable as she's a kid, the number will increase, depending on how severe her actions are at the time. The other passengers we meet on the series may have higher numbers than Tulip, or lower numbers, furthering her understanding of how this all works depending on their actions. I'm anticipating a character who's very old, like adult old, who reveals they entered the train when they were a kid, in a situation similar to Tulip's, and sport a ridiculously high number, but we'll quickly learn they haven't done much emotional growing at all. This is all just basic speculation, however. What's your theory on the number and its involvement with Tulip's arc? Let us know. Anywho, number 5. Tulip first meets 1-1 as a Snowman head. This reinforces that the pilot isn't the true first episode. It was nothing more than a pitch. This also gives me the idea that the first car Tulip enters will be set in a winter wonderland setting. Snowfall, cold temperature, and robots disguised as snowmen. Tulip will likely be confused how things shifted from fall to winter in seconds. Also, the fact that she's inside a train car that has its own weather system. That would probably trip anyone up. Alright, not much else to discuss here, so we arrive at our final highlight. Number 6. Tulip's new look. Ah yes, as is the case with most pilots in television, the final product features characters going through some minor redesigns and shift in art style. Steven Universe, Gravity Falls, Adventure Time. Tulip is no exception, with new glasses, around her face, redefined eye shapes, and other details that may stick out once we get an animated or at least colored in look with the proper line width and all those little goodies applied. These changes were to make it easier on the storyboarders to draw Tulip, which is super duper important animation. Storyboarders work on limited schedules, typically only getting 3 to 4 weeks on an entire episode, which is not easy. They have to be able to draw fast. The more simplified a design, the easier the job is. That may sound lazy, but it's quite the opposite. It prevents lazier drawings, or heaven forbid, longer gaps between episodes. We all know you guys endure that on a daily basis. Now personally, I dig this new look, preferring it over the original. Yeah, the infinity symbolism in her glasses is lost, but it's a lot more appealing and easy on the eyes, in my opinion. I am sure once it's touched up and finalized, we can appreciate it a lot more, with the show's own unique style radiating. Notice the top right corner labels a redesign under season 1, possibly debunking the notion that this could be a miniseries. Some may love that, some may hate it. To me, I'm just glad the show is coming our way, and I'll enjoy whatever we get from it. Unless it's bad, which it won't be, or else people will be very, very angry. But what do you guys think of Tulip's new design? Love it? Hate it? Prefer it over the original, or not quite there yet? Need to see the final product before making any decision? Very interested in your thoughts. And that's where I'm going to conclude this little news update, breakdown analysis, and turn the conversation around to you guys and get your thoughts on everything. Drop them in the comments below, or tweet those thoughts, theories, and ideas directly to me at AwestruckVox. Follow me on Twitter. You can also follow the channel as a whole on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, all at Roundtable Vids. If you want to help us grow, support us on Patreon. For just $1, you'll be helping us out tremendously, and have your name featured at the end of the video like all these beautiful, wonderful people. For a higher tier, we'll even shout your channel, comic, or anything in between. There's other perks too, like a Patreon exclusive Discord. Link in the description. If you enjoyed this video, please sort of like, share with friends who are also excited for the series, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, it really helps us out. Turn on that bell to get notifications sent directly to your device so you don't miss a single Infinity Train scoop from the Roundtable. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. AwestruckVox, out. See ya!